The subject of our project is Jack Schuver. He is a 19-year-old who has autism. We chose Jack as our subject because he is a young adult and a familiar person. To us, Jack is an interesting subject because he has experienced an atypical development. To complete this project, we interviewed Jack and his mother Barb, as well as observed Jack's daily life.
At the age of 18 months, it became clear to Barb that Jack was a little bit different compared to Zoe. He began regressing developmentally in ways such as losing the ability to point, not turning his head towards noise, and no longer waving. Jack was no longer communicating like a normal toddler usually does. As he grew older and began therapy, such as relationship development intervention, he was taught how to be social and act around people. It was during his therapy that it became apparent that he did not understand fundamental tasks, such as stacking blocks. He had delayed speech development and was working on how to write. Because of Jack's ADHD, he has trouble staying on topic and was therefore entered into one-on-one learning, where he was able to learn and thrive in an environment that was beneficial to his condition. Jack shows his emotion through touch and affection. He's always wanting to be close to someone or touching them. Usually when first meeting people, Jack becomes very impulsive, touches them, and tries to be funny. It's usually in these situations where it becomes noticeable that Jack does not fully understand self-control.
There are many theories that help explain Jack's development. The cognitive theory was established by Jean Piaget and explains how children develop by interacting with the world and understanding the world in relation to themselves. The behaviorist theory, on the other hand, focuses on external conditions that influence particular elements of their development, and it bases child development on environmental factors. The neuromaturationist theory helps explain that when a child suffers from any developmental problem, it is believed that the problem lies within the individual child, and not as the result of the child's environment and circumstances. Within this theory of child development, children are expected to exhibit certain behaviors according to a maturational timetable. At 16 months, Jack's mother noticed he stopped waving and pointing. This is typical for children who are diagnosed with autism. Also at this time, he stopped making eye contact. Jack had plagiocephaly and had to wear a helmet to correct the distortion to his head. He had a negative reaction to kicking when lifting, and he did not push to stand from prone. Being able to push to stand from prone is a characteristic for typically developing children of the age of 11 months. Jack didn't walk until he was 3 and a half, and typically developing children begin walking at the range of ages 9 to 12 months. Jack creeped and crawled because he didn't have muscle tone to push up from the prone position. Pulled to sit is a typical transition for children who are 6 months old. Rooting, also known as a search reflex, is when you stroke the cheek of an infant and they turn to the side being rooted and begin to suck. Jack had a negative rooting response. This may be due to the fact that he was bottle-fed and was never breastfed because he was born premature. During his first year of preschool, he bit everyone in the class. This is probably due to the fact that he couldn't communicate his needs. Jack couldn't understand fundamental tasks and had to be shown and told what to do. He had to learn how to do it as scaffolding was not effective. He also used to escape from the house, a typical behavior for children with autism.
Jack is a high school student attending school at North High. He starts his day by waking up around 6:20 a.m. to prepare for the school each day of the week. Every day, he takes the bus to school.
What do you like at school?
Math and history.
Math and history?
Biology and English.
And
School
English?
Good jobs. And first, world program. And obviously,
What do you do in Office Aid?
deliver messages.
Deliver messages to who?
Teachers in classroom.
Another program that he is involved in during school involves stacking chairs after lunch. He enjoys this job because he feels like he's becoming a stronger person and helping the school.
Do you have any friends at school?
Yes, Ariana.
Ariana? What do you guys do together?
You eat lunch.
Eat lunch? Do you do anything outside of school together?
Yes.
What?
Then sparkle effect.
Sparkle effect? What is that?
Or versus school team, two cheerleaders.
What do you like to do after school?
On the bus, watching TV and playing on the computer.
What do you do on the TV?
YouTube.
YouTube? What do you like to watch?
Everything.
Like what?
My show Junior.
Cool. Who's your favorite master chef?
Or Ramsey.
Gordon Ramsay.
Where he has 4 kids and 1 mom.
Did you graduate?
Last school year.
Yeah?
Last year.
How did it feel to walk on the stage to graduate?
My parents are proud of you and me.
Yeah, you're right.
Last year, 2016.
Do you like having a twin?
Yes.
Why?
Because.
Because why?
I show why.
What are you excited for?
Chicago, Illinois.
What are we going to do in Chicago?
To meet my big cousin Rose.
Yeah, we're going to see your baby cousin.
I was the first time to meet my big cousin Rose.
Are you excited?
It's my first time.
Why are you excited?
Yeah.
Why?
For Cano's first birthday. Hello, baby!
You like babies?
Right, yes. Hello, baby! We're doing the summer Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
Hungry, we want to eat cookie. You bring one cookie?
Because of Jack's diagnosis of autism, a lot of therapists have been used to help him develop. Some of the therapists that worked with Jack were an OT, PT, speech pathologist, developmental therapist, and an RDI therapist. These therapists began working with Jack at the early age of 10 to 12 months old. After a few months of therapy, Jack's therapist recommended that he see a neurologist. The neurologist was the one who diagnosed Jack with autism. After the diagnosis, Jack's mother, Barb, put him through rigorous therapy programs. One of the programs that Barb believes influenced Jack the most was ABA therapy. Behavior analysis worked with Jack about 30 hours a week until he was about 5 years old. In ABA, Jack learned appropriate behaviors and actions through repetition. Another influential therapy for Jack was RDI. This therapy taught Jack how to act in a social environment and how to relate to other people. The last beneficial therapist that Barb emphasized was a one-on-one therapist for Jack during school days. His one-on-one therapist would provide help whenever needed during school. At home, he enjoys watching TV, preferably cooking shows, and plays on his computer. Also at home, Jack likes to do his own laundry, fold his clothes, and keep his room clean.
How do you do the laundry?
My arms and hands. Hands.
Do you press a certain button, or do you use any like soap?
I used to buttons.
Can you tell me how to do it? Tell me the steps.
Press.
What's the first thing you do to do the laundry?
Put the clothes in the laundry.
What's the second thing you do?
Wash the clothes. Dry the clothes. And fold the clothes.
Jack is able to cook for himself and regularly uses the microwave as well as sometimes the oven. He also puts his dishes away and cleans them and puts them in the dishwasher.
Usually, Jack goes to bed around 9:30 p.m. in order to be refreshed for the next day. When school is out of session in the summer, Jack works at a retail job. Previously, he worked at TJ Maxx where he learned to be friendly and fold clothes. In his future, Jack hopes to work at the Disney store in the Galleria in St. Louis.
What do you think that they want you to do at the Disney store? Like, what kind of skills do you think you need?
Watch videos on big screen.
No, what kind of skills do you need to work there?
Give customers some stuff.
Yeah.
Jack can be sensitive to things on his body. For example, he doesn't like it when his clothes get wet, and he doesn't like having a cast, which he tried to get out of. And he also took off his braces because they were hurting his teeth.
I have taken all my braces
You took them off?
last time.
Can you tell me how you took them off?
I pulled it off.
You pulled out what?
The wire.
The wire? Did it hurt or no?
It hurts.
Then why did you do it?
To take it off.
Oh, you took it off because it hurt?
Yeah.
Did they bother your teeth?
Yeah.
What did it feel like?
Hard.
Do you feel any different?
Yes.
Why?
Because we have red hair.
I have red hair.
His uncle cars is a cast.
Why are you different?
He's wearing glasses.
You wear glasses?
And Nicholas wore 2 watches and
2 watches? Can you show the other one too? What's on it?
Mickey Mouse.
Do you have something that makes you special?
Yes.
What is it?
My birthday.
Your birthday. Why?
20 year, 20 birthday.
Do you know what autism means?
Autism.
What does it mean?
I go out to walk.
That you go on the autism walk?
Yes.
Do you know how many autism walks you've been to?
A lot.
A lot? Did you have a team?
Yes, autism journey.
Do you know anyone who has autism?
Jake and Jason?
Mm-hmm.
Jake Rodriguez?
Yeah. Do you think you do?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes.
Yeah, it is good. Growing up, Jack had trouble tying his shoes and didn't master the task until he was in middle school. Before he could tie his shoes, he would Velcro shoes as an adaptation to independently put his shoes on. Right, Jack uses a static tripod grasp. When Jack writes, many of the letters in his writing have bubbles on them to connect the word together. Jack started wearing glasses when he was 9. He doesn't mind wearing glasses because without them he would have poor vision. Sometimes, to be funny, he will take off his glasses and bump into walls because he knows that when he takes his glasses off, his vision is impaired. Jack is sensitive to loud noises and covers his ears when the sound is too overwhelming for him. Although he does not like loud noise, he frequently uses a loud voice himself, which is startling to people who don't know him. In this respect, Jack has poor spatial awareness.
Finish.
Yep.
Good morning.